What is up, guys? Sam from the Byeforever family back with another attack strategy guide video, and today we're going to be looking at a brand new Town Hall 12 attack. Maybe not brand new, maybe bringing something back, but we're going to be looking at some miners, and we are calling this one the BOMB DIGGITY because of the use of the battle blimp. So you don't see a lot of action with the battle blimp today, except maybe with some Lalo. Definitely not seeing it a whole lot on ground-based attacks, but we have been working with this comp for quite a while, and I want to give a shout out to my boy Ben, Big Belly Ben, from Ares Deimos, who really is the one who pioneered this one, brought it over to me. I enjoyed it. I started playing with it in my clan, where we played together, and got some other people on board. So I have a couple of replays to show you guys today on how this one gets it done. And yeah, so let's hop into it. I'm going to try to do like I normally do and break down maybe one or two of the attacks, and then kind of just go through the rest of the replays. So let's get ourselves into this. Alright, so the first attack is going to be coming from my man Sarge, aka Ben, doing this one, and so I figured I'd give him the shout out first in the first one that was going to be coming out here. So this is in the AWL war against Borea, but let's take a look first down at the composition in the bottom of this one. And so let me try to get my little draw tool up here. So as we can see, it is basically going to be a mass miner attack. We've got 41 miners, a couple of wizards, a couple of archers, that Grand Warden, King, Queen, and then check out the spell composition. 4 heal spells, 1 rage spell coming out of the CC, and then in this one bring in 2 poison spells and a freeze. So the only thing that really changes up here is kind of what you need to get the funnel established. But the goal of this attack is to use that battle blimp full of some loons to carve out and pick off some of the more important defenses. And so in this one, let me kind of get this draw tool maybe working. Yeah, all right. So what Ben decides to do is, because of the town hall position, he can drop the battle blimp to fly in right over here, take out this Inferno Tower, and then at the same time that's also going to get that CC Lord out. From there, it's a very easy, let's see, can I from there can easily get that CC taken care of, and then ends up dropping the Queen right up here to get some of these buildings taken care of, and then Sui's in the King to take care of this, and then we've got basically beautiful miner pathing all through this base. Once he gets this thing narrowed down, it becomes very, very easy to get this taken care of. So let's go ahead and get all of this cleared off of the screen and take a look at this awesome looking attack. Alright, so there we go. Here comes that blimp coming in here. And this is one of the things that does kind of change just a bit. So if you're going to use that rage spell right there on that entry, you can see gets that Inferno taken care of, gets a Wizard Tower taken care of, but most importantly, it gets that CC Lord out. Now, I haven't really talked too much about CC composition. It can be a variety. At Town Hall 12, you're not primarily seeing the Valkyries, which is why this attack strategy is just working out so well. Those Valkyries obviously very, very bad for the miners, but you can see got the Queen. She took care of one area. She's got things narrowed down, and the King is over there taking care of the Town Hall on the other side, and here come the miners. Just straight into the base, and look at this, it's nice and narrowed up now. So the miners just have beautiful pathing straight through this base. The King is still doing a little bit of work on the outside, getting those army camps and such taken care of. But miners pushing through, keeping them healed up, still has that Grand Warden ability. But yeah, I mean, this strategy just works out so well when you can predict those miners and where they're going. You can see he goes ahead, pops that Warden ability. He does have a second poison spell in this one for the Ground Skellies. Ground Skelly is extremely popular right now, given the current meta. Obviously, Hogs really, really running kind of supreme right now at Town Halls 11 and 12. So a lot of people electing to put those skellies on the ground setting, which does screw with the minor pathing, particularly when they're around those splash damage defenses. But we're seeing a lot of those around Inferno towers and such. But they do slow down the miners. But you can see that Ben finishing this one up gets it done beautifully. Excellent execution in this one, and look at how many miners that he has left over at the end of this one. So quite overpowering those max miners, doing some excellent work there. All right, so let's take a look at this pathing that we've got from QC in this one. You can see still got 42 miners that have battle blimp, lower level heroes, but still a nice 12v12, and just a slight difference on the spell composition. This time bringing 4 heals and 2 rages, only 1 poison in this one. So let's take a look. The Town Hall obviously is down here in this very bottom left corner, so sorry that I don't have it zoomed all the way out for that. So blimp pathing, again, looking to take out an Inferno, looking to take out, some high value things, and get that CC Lord up. So, gonna bring in the battle blimp from up here right about 10 o'clock, take out this entire compartment. And really, that's also gonna set up some really nice pathing for us. So, you can see we've got a beautiful looking kind of like dead zone in this kind of area here right through the center. So we don't have to worry about that. And obviously, we can narrow out the base. So all of this way out here, so camps and such, everything over here, that can all be taken out with just those couple of wizards that we have. You can see a couple of extra balloons coming in as well in this one. And that's going to be also to help with some pathing. And then I believe the king is going to walk the outside area here. And then what you'll end up seeing is actually a late queen down in this area. And she's clear out some of these buildings here to help force these miners to turn and run through the base kind of in this manner. Now, this isn't a maxed out level 5 gigatesla. Obviously, you'll be looking to probably change up the way that the pathing looks. If it was level 5, you want to account for that, whether you're doing it with the king or early with the miners. So the miners can withstand that level 5 gigatesla. You just have to be kind of smart about what you're doing. But let's get this all cleared up and take a look at QC's attack. All right, so you can see we've got those loons, and it looks like the loons are actually coming in for a couple of outside Teslas. So very nice to pick those off nice and early with the balloons. So a nice cleanup attack here. But there's that battle blimp coming in, and there is the rage spell, those max loons coming out. Now they are going to have to fight the sweeper. Not really going to be too much of an issue here. And I believe there was also one giant in the CC. So a giant in the CC helps to lure out, pulls out that hound loon combination, and then obviously you can just poison this. So one thing that I have been playing with a little bit myself is bringing in Archer, luring out the hound loons, and then just poisoning the loons on the way and making sure the queen is dropped quite far away. But there's the king kind of finishing things up. Here come all those miners, a couple coming in on the 1 o'clock side just to set that outside funnel, keep the majority of the miners working in. And you can see very, very nice pathing here. The king walking down that channel is actually going to help out quite a bit. So she's not going to be an issue. And look at these miners just pushing through the base. You can see Queen over there doing a great job. Pops that warden ability as it hits the bomb tower. Or she hits the bomb tower, rather. And yeah, miners just doing work. There are a whole lot of them. They are hard to follow when they are underground. But, I mean, QC is just basically blanketing this entire base. And you can see finishing up on all those expos. Plus that Giga Tesla. I mean, that is some high DPS coming in on the miners. But they are chewing through it slowly but surely. The queen is actually still up. She finally goes down right there to the Giga Tesla. And this one does get a little bit close towards the very end here. You can see some outside bombs going off. That is quite unfortunate. But really, there were no bombs in the base. So the miners were able to just work their way through the base very, very easily. So a very, very nice job in this one to QC, getting this one spotted up and getting it taken care of. So that's the easy base breakdowns on this one. It is, you know, I don't know, maybe a little bit advanced, figuring out where the best blimp pathing is for your troops. But I'm going to show a couple more replays in this one. Um, Again, just to kind of get an idea of how it works, how things can be tweaked. You can see Big Lou is going in here with that Bomb Diggity, and he is going to use the blimp plus a couple of loons and the Warden actually to go and get the Giga Tesla. Now, this wasn't a maxed out Giga Tesla, but using that blimp Warden combination works very well for getting those max level town halls because you can just blimp straight through. And you can see he gets the CC pulled out. And now, once again, he's got that funnel created very, very nicely. I mean, look at the pathing that he has for the miners at this point. He's got the queen as well as a baby drag working on that CC. Now she's going to walk her way from 6 up towards 9. Got the king coming down at 3. He's going to work that outside trash ring on his way up to 12. And those miners are going to be really spread between 5 and 3 and just be able to run wild through this base. So he's got no warden, so he elects to bring the extra heal. So the warden obviously acts as a heal, or basically a heal for your miners. You can pop it at the highest DPS that you see, but Lou not having the warden since he used it on the opener goes ahead and runs it right in with 5 heals on this base. This base is I guess one of those common net bases now, since it was Itsu's on the Town Hall 12 stream, but it is one that seemed to give some struggles in that stream. And it seems like a lot of people have kind of adopted it and tried to make some tweaks to it, but we're just finding it and crushing it with this Bomb Diggity style of attack. So the Bomb Diggity just wrecking bases. Now, obviously, this isn't a completely fully maxed out Town Hall 12. Have we done it on completely maxed Town Hall 12s with this base layout? Yes, we have. Has it been successful? Yes, it has. So it definitely works out. So we'll 2x through the end of this one. Lou finishing up. Got those miners just getting through a couple of high hit point storages, but plenty of them still left up. Probably, I don't know, 10, 15 miners still up at the very end of that one. So excellent job to Lou. So that's all the 12v12s that I have, but I wanted to give a shout out because this doesn't just work 12v12. So I apologize for the aspect ratio change because I recorded this last one on my iPad very quickly, but this was in the Byeforever versus One Hive Charity Stream War, and it was QC going up against Knock Balloon, 11v11, and you can see it's the same thing. We come in with that blimp, let it fly right over to an Inferno Tower, and that sets up actually some very nice pathing. So that Sui blimp comes in. You can see the king took care of the enemy king, and now the king is going to do some funneling on the outside of this base. There goes the queen. She's going to go down. She's going to do the other side of the funneling, and basically what are we doing? Narrowing up this base, creating a small dead zone inside of it to help with that minor pathing. And so looks like everybody is moving in, and now here come those miners. So miners coming in. Warden should be coming down right behind all of that. And yeah, here we go. It's time to play. Now, it is a Houndloon CC. Houndloon CC, obviously, probably the best one that you want to see for this style of attack. The DPS CCs do work as well. We saw Big Lou take care of that in the last one. And we also saw Sarge do it in the first one with the double drag. And so really the only thing that changes based on the CC is if it is a DPS CC, then you want to make sure that you drop some kind of anchor troop and then your queen next to deal with the CC. If it is a Houndloon CC, then you want to drop your king first and poison the loons on the way and make sure that your queen is dropped far enough away so that she doesn't play too much of a role in the attack. Now, I've talked over QC's entire attack here, but she got this done. That town hall is right down there at the very bottom. It gets very close at the end, but that's really the only thing that you have to think about in this one, other than obviously where you're going to send your blimp in to get the most value. Whether that's going to be, a wizard tower farm, an Inferno Tower to make things a little bit easier on you, but it's completely up to you what you decide to do there, but the CC is the only really thing that you have to think about outside of that. And so QC finishing this one up, taking down one hive. So it's not just in these AWL style wars that we're seeing the use of this. We are seeing this up against some of the great clans. But that's going to do it, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I greatly enjoyed putting it together and working on it with my boy Ben, who, like I said, kind of pioneered this and brought it to my attention and made it just that much more fun for me. But that's gonna do it, guys. Until next time, this is Sam. Peace out.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's